Hi, this is Paul Niebuhr with Synergy Innovative Systems. This is a demonstration of Synergy Clubsite Pro, which is the Synergy Network solution to replacing the eClub system from the USGA. The system is based on a multi-site WordPress installation, and there would be one installation set up for each SRGA and dedicated to that SRGA and their clubs. This demonstration will be focused on how simple it is for even novice web users to be able to publish content to their club site. What we have here is a portion of the home course website that we've reproduced in this system. I would say all of it, all the pages, all the setup took us probably about 20 minutes to get everything set up. And the concept would be to have one master website set up that has the majority of the pages that a typical club would want to use, and then when the SRGA creates a new website, it takes a copy of the master, all the pages, everything, and creates the new website with all those pages. And then the new website administrator would only have to replace the logo, replace the main pictures, and just start updating the copy. For this demonstration, we are going to reproduce one of the pages of the home course website. And that page will be the events and tournaments page, which is a fairly simple page. It's got two columns. It has a picture on the left and it has some text on the right. So we are logged in as the site administrator. So we're just going to come to the dashboard, and everything that you're going to see now is all standard WordPress. The only addition that we've made is a terrific plugin called Visual Composer. So we'll go to Pages, Add New Page, we'll give it a title, and then we're going to go to the front-end editor. And the front-end editor lets you edit the page in context, in place, exactly where the page is going to be. So up on the top here, we have the visual editor toolbar, and then you can see actually Visual Composer. And then you see down here, it's telling us we have a blank page, we need to put something in there. So the simplest thing that anyone would want to do is just put a text block in, and that's it. We've just created a page. But what we wanted to do was we wanted to create that events and tournaments page, which has two columns to it. So let's get rid of what we just did here. We're going to make it into a blank page again. And instead of just adding a text block, we're going to add a row. And a page can have as many rows as you want. The page can be as long as you want. So now we have a row, and there's nothing in it. This row only has one column. We are just going to change that to two columns. And you can see there's a lot of different layouts here. You can also create your own custom layout. So this is, the first column is half the page, the second column is half the page. I can set it up so that it says a third, and a third, or one half, 1/4, 1/4, any layout that you want. But we're just going to do the simple 50-50. So now we have two columns here. So on the left side, we're going to put in an image, and on the right side, we're going to put in a picture. Simple image. Takes you through step by step what you want to do. I just click here to pick my image, and I can upload an image if I want, but I have plenty of images already that we can use, so we will just grab one of them. Wants to know what size we want. Here's a list of the sizes. We actually want the full size, not the thumbnail, so we're just going to update that. Lots of options. Most of the time they're not going to need any of them, and we save. And there we have the picture on the left. Now, of course, what we need is what we just did before, which is a text box. Except we are not going to keep their text. We're going to come over to the home course here, and we're going to grab some text here. Copy that into the clipboard, and we will paste it. And that's it. This is our page. We can make the page a little bit more complex. So on some of the pages you saw that there is a menu down on the bottom. We can add a menu if we want. Very simple. Click on plus. Not sure where it is in here because there are a lot of elements that we can add. So we're just going to look for menu. There we go. We pick which menu we want. The events menu certainly seems appropriate. We'll save it, close it, and there it is. Put it in there automatically. As you can see, there are lots and lots of different elements that you can add. The great thing about Visual Composer is we can actually, they accept third-party elements. So we can create our own. So there might be a gin post a score element that we add that incorporates either the gin widget or does something that integrates with command. We can also create templates so that when somebody adds a page, we have different pages that would be an about page, a results page, things like that that are pre-laid out with all the columns and rows that they need, so all they have to do is drop in pictures and text. All set to make it as simple as possible for someone to update their site. So now we have this new page, edit events and tournaments. Just going to change this title a little bit because we already have an events and tournaments page, and we're just going to make it obvious which one this is. Now let's say we want to go and put this into right on the main menu bar. Really simple to do. We're going to go back to our dashboard, and again, all this is standard WordPress functionality. So we're going to go to Appearance and Menus. So you can see, first we would pick the menu that we want to put our link into. The main menu is the top menu. That's where we said we wanted it to be. This is a list of the pages on our website. The most recent one is on the top, and you can see there is the Events and Tournaments poll that we created. So I selected it. I click on Add to Menu, and it adds it to the bottom. I can drag this and move it wherever I want. So I can pull it up here, slide it to the right, and now it's a drop down under Events and Facilities. Let's go ahead and save that. And let's go back, take a look at the website. And now you can see under Events and Facilities is Events and Tournaments poll. Let's edit this page a little bit more. I want to show you a bit more of the functionality of Visual Composer because it is really outstanding. So I'm just going to click on Edit with Visual Composer, and I'm back to that familiar territory with the Visual Composer screen. Let's say I wanted the menu over here on the right side above the picture. What I can do is just, see this right here? This lets me just grab this menu, and I can put it wherever I want. I can put it above the text, or I can put it where I said I was going to put it, up above the picture there. So let's update that. Fantastic. Simple, easy to do. People love drag and drop, so now I'm just going to put it back because that really looks kind of silly there. And update that. So like I said, the concept would be the SRGA wants to set up a new club website. They would control this from command. They would look up the club that they want to add the website for. There would be another tab here called Club Website. They would click on Add, put in a username and a password for the person that will be administering the new website, and hit save. And then between command and the WordPress site, we will have it integrated so that that entire website will just be duplicated. The master will be duplicated and ready for customization by the new administrator. So everything that I've demonstrated is ready to go. The things that we are working on now are integration with command, so that command and this multi-site WordPress can communicate back and forth. Then we need to look at the registration and credit card processing. Those are key features. These are the kinds of things that we have built many times before in the past on Drupal websites, and I think we're going to be able to migrate a lot of the technology over to these WordPress sites. As a matter of fact, the credit card processing for NMI has already been built into command, and we can use that today, although it seems like a lot of these smaller clubs might need something more like PayPal. So we're going to be looking at doing some PayPal integration now. And those kind of things, this research is going to happen really fast. It's going to be the next week or two that we're going to determine the direction of this. There are plugins to do registration and things like that. If we can find one that's simple enough to use, that'd be great. But I think the direction that we are leaning is that we create a simple registration process so that when somebody is creating the registration, they just have a list of fields that they can pick. I want to ask for name, GIN number, index, some very basic things. Add in the credit card processing, and the registration is ready to go. We will know that very shortly after we take a look at some of the registration plugins. And then the other thing, of course, is the ability to join or renew. Join, renew in the Clubsite Pro is going to be, I think, a lot simpler than the big join, renew system, because you know which club it is. There's only one membership type. You join, you pay, and we either extend or create a new GIN number for you. So that piece, I think, is going to be really simple. We expect to have this whole thing ready to go for initial release and testing for the SRGAs for December 1st. Don't think that's really an aggressive time frame. We've got the bulk of what we need set up and ready to go. If you have any questions, obviously feel free to call. If there's any other things that you'd like us to demo, we'd be more than happy to. Again, this is Paul for Synergy Networks, and I hope you found this demonstration helpful.